Wonderful. Well, hey, you guys, welcome to Rise Up. That's the start of it, and we're really excited for this. But we're excited to welcome you in on this Monday, this first Monday of October. So happy October to you guys. And then obviously immediately after this will be our rank up call. But before we get started, I wanted to give you guys an introduction as to. Actually, let me make a few people some co-hosts to help me let people in, or else you're going to be hearing the click, click, click from my mouse the entire time. All right, so if some people can help let people in, that would be great. All right, so I wanted to give you guys kind of an introduction as to what Rise Up is about, and Rise Up, as we named it, developing healthy businesses. A group of us, your leaders in this organization, global directors and above, we all get together every single week. And we really talk about, just the different things and the different dynamics to help you guys grow, because we're always pivoting in this business, right? Things that worked 5 years ago don't work today. Things that worked 6 months ago may be a little bit different today. And so we really want to make sure that we're giving you guys everything to help you be successful. Because as you all know, when y'all signed up to coach and you said yes and you want to build your business, we also gave a promise, and we gave a promise to help you do that and to reach those goals and to reach your desired dreams and what you want to create with this. And so a group of us meet again every single week. And so, last week when we met, we really decided or kind of came up with this because we thought, this would be such an incredible thing to do every first Monday of the month before our rank up call. To all gather together and to go through different skill sets and different topics to help you really focus on and to help you in that month. And so every month is going to be different. We're going to have different topics of conversation. We're going to have different leaders that are going to be coming on and sharing, according to what maybe we see as an organization that we all need. And so that's how this was, come together. It was birthed through that, you want to say. And so it's really exciting to have you guys all here. Again, I know we have our coach community calls at this time every Monday. So this will just replace it once a month right before the rank up call so that we all gather in community and we can really help you moving forward and kind of know where to put your focus on for the month of. And so today we're really going to talk about obviously developing healthy businesses, because that's kind of the primary goal, right? Is we all want to have a healthy and thriving business. Not a surviving business or a place that we're just not just surviving, but we're also thriving through it all. Because we're going to go through different seasons. We're going to go through different things that we go through. And so we want to make sure that you are equipped with everything that you need, honestly, to really help you moving forward and not doing it alone, but also with the support of your mentor team. And to really help with you guys. And so before we really get started, I really want to, number one, I want to applaud all of you. Because I don't know if you realize, honestly, how special this group is. And I'm not just saying that to say that. Yes, I can be biased, but I'm saying that because I know. We also meet with Jamil every single week and a group of leaders just with his entire organization. And you know that we are the fastest growing team in his entire organization. And I'm talking, this is over 4,000 coaches. And so that's because of all of you. You guys are in and you're doing the work. You're in action every day. You're bringing on clients. You're bringing on coaches. You're sharing this gift, and that does not go unnoticed. And so I want you to know how incredible all of you guys are, because it's amazing to just see everyone's growth. I mean, we also have the most leaders in this organization. And so that's a big deal. And so I want to, number one, congratulate all of you guys because you guys are really great on that. We're really great on client acquisition. We're really great on coach acquisition. Again, we're great at sharing this gift. We're great at, branding ourselves on social media and showing people who we are and what we represent. And that's not always easy to do. Especially throughout what's going on in the world and the seasons that we're in, and we still show up daily. And so today we really want to talk about, we're always about client acquisition, right? That's one of the first components in our, well, not components, but one of the key pieces in our business is client acquisition, followed by, client support, coach acquisition, coach support. But sometimes we get so lost in bringing on so many clients and acquiring so many clients that we forget to protect what we already have. And so that's what we want to talk about today is how do we continue to protect what we have, and wanted to give you guys some of the metrics of how that really helps develop a healthy business. And it's not just all or nothing, okay? So hear my heart. It's you can protect while you're also still acquiring. You can have both. It doesn't have to be one or the other. And we just want to give you that skill set to work on, or to get really to perfect, because you can have both. And so I want you guys to imagine this, okay? Whether you got to close your eyes to imagine it or not, but I want you to imagine this. Imagine that we become so incredible within what we do, each of us, and I know I have work to do, trust me, I'm not perfect either. But if we all, have a business that no matter what, we see that 1 in 5 of our clients become coaches, okay? Even if it's starting off, whether you're a brand new coach, whether you're a month in, whether you're a year in, because what you're going to see as you get obviously further and further along in your coaching business is that not only does 1 out of 4 of your clients become a coach, but sometimes you're going to start to get 2, 3, 4 of those 5 of those clients will become coaches. So it's all a work in progress. That will come. But imagine 1 out of 4 of your clients turn into coaches. But then the other 4 people start to refer you 2 to 3 people monthly. Because we all know this, weight loss is something that we cannot hide. Weight loss is something your clients cannot hide. And if they're having a beautiful experience with Optavia, if they are seeing results, if they are so excited, you best believe that they are sharing this just like you shared it with everyone else. They're sharing it. That's something that we get so excited when we see those results that we want to continue to share this out loud. And so imagine 4 of those out of those 5 clients start to refer you 2 to 3 new people every single month, right? They're doing the work for you. That's kind of the goal, right? Or we don't have to do all the work, but you're having other people be the walking billboards for you, or that maybe we're also, seeing that every client's order is always full, right? They're always ordering. When they're on 5 in 1, they're always having a full order. We're not seeing any short orders. We're not seeing any maybe push outs. So imagine that kind of business. How do you feel like that will help you moving forward? I mean, if you want to throw it in the chat, you can. But just imagine having that incredible business, because that's what we see are really metrics to a healthy business. Now, it's not always going to happen, okay? So just know there's no perfection in that. There's going to be people that are going to push out. There's going to be people that are going to cancel. Those are things that are just going to happen. It's not your fault, right? But also, what if we had tools that if someone does cancel, or if someone does maybe push out, we know which direction to take maybe that client, or what we need to say to them, or what we need to, talk to them about, right? Which could help them moving forward and to continue. And so that's what we want to go through today. We want to go through, what it looks like to have a healthy business when it comes to our current client base. Yes, we're going to always inspire people. We're going to always bring on and acquire new clients. But if we were to protect what we have, imagine if you see a reduced attrition within your organization, or even within your own client base. What would that look like, right? That when you have clients that have already transitioned, that they're continuously ordering fuelings. We have clients that literally they hit their goal 4 years ago, and they're still ordering every single month because they see the value of these fuelings. That is what we want, right? We want clients to continue to refer, exactly, Brian and Julie, to continue to refer. We want clients to always have an awesome experience with Optavia, so that either, again, they coach or they become an incredible referral source. So that's what we're gonna talk about today, you guys. And I've got no one better. Y'all know her, and y'all know how amazing Rachel Richards is when it comes to client support, when it comes to protecting what we have. And so she's gonna really talk through that with you guys today. And she's gonna give us some incredible tips and nuggets and things. So I hope you have a pen and paper, because you guys, this is where it's going to matter. We wanna take everything that we can and obviously, put it into our business. So I'm going to pass it off to my incredible friend, Rachel Richards. So Rachel, my friend, take it away.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah. So this is a gift, right? It's a gift to be loved on so intentionally from leaders and contribute your thoughts to this too. I think that's the most important piece is as you start thinking about it, each one of you have something that you could throw in that will help us to have healthier businesses. Some of you come from business backgrounds. Some of you have just been serving people in various capacities. So this is truly going to be a team effort of getting around this current reality, which like Michelle said, we have so much to celebrate, but sometimes we have to recalibrate and look at things and go, hang on, we want to celebrate this, but we may want to recalibrate in this area. So the first thing I want to ask you guys, just drop it in the chat. If I was going to go fishing, so I'm going to go fishing, what's the very first thing that I should have with me if I'm going fishing? Just drop it in the chat. A boat. Yeah. I mean, you kind of, sometimes you need a boat, right? Sometimes not. Okay, I'm just going to let this go for a second. Bear with me. Pole and bait. I love it. A lot of people are saying pole, bait, right? All of that. Okay. What about a net? Because what happens sometimes in our business is we think about a pole. We're going to catch one fish, right? And so we set out with that level of intention, and we could be like you see people out there where they're just pulling them up. And right now we are some crazy, awesome fishermen. Like this team is boss at catching fish on a pole. But I think what we're starting to think about is what if we had a net and that net was bigger and we could catch more together with all of this team IQ and have a little more fun. Who doesn't want a little more fun? Because we're having a good time seeing good things happen in our business and having that referral-based business. So this is not a time to say, oh my gosh, things are broken. They're not broken, but we're just wondering if they could be better, and who better to ask that than all of you who are already so amazing. So just hold on to that. So now that you've got that in your mind, let's step on the scale. Okay, this is that loving Dr. A, right? Let's be a product of the product. Let's live the work. Tonight, let's live the work. Okay, instead of working, like, hey, let's live it by actually being it tonight together. So if we were to step on this scale tonight together and weigh the business, how many referrals are you averaging a month? That's not something you need to throw in the chat. No one here is trying to judge or embarrass anybody. That is not the heart. But how many referrals did you have last month? How many short orders or push outs did you encounter? And as Michelle said, that is a normal part of our business. But let me give you a little bit of financials to motivate you to maybe looking at it a little bigger. Tonight, we're just going to ask you to zoom out. Okay. Sometimes we look at our maps and we're like, I need 9 more people. Maybe you do. Maybe you don't. I've looked at maps before, guys, and I'm like, oh my gosh, girlfriend, if we just go in and talk to all these clients and get their orders to be the 5-in-1 order at 22 boxes, maybe some infusers, some lean and greens, do you realize you're at ED? There are no new clients to go get out of panic. It's like you've got it right here on your map. Okay, so that's exciting, isn't it? Like to take a breath and go, what if I already have the assets, but I just need a little bit more help with managing them so that I don't feel like it's always client acquisition. Not that we would ever let up on that, but you guys get the idea. Okay, so when you think about looking at your business and thinking about those push outs, if you're an ED, let's just use an ED for example, because it's quick math, 31%. So say that you reduced your attrition, right? Push out, short orders, issues. What if you were to reduce it like Michelle said? She just gave you a vision of like, could we start with 10% less? We're not going to shoot, for the moon. I mean, we should shoot for the moon and get the stars and all that, but let's take baby steps on this together. So what if we could reduce it by 10%? If you're an ED, that could be $400 a month more that you're being paid just by reducing your attrition by 10%. Some of you guys carry some big frontline, okay? And that's amazing. What would it look like to protect your frontline by 10%? So if you had 10% less attrition, what would that look like? And so what we're needing to figure out together is, how do we start doing the smart work and the hard work that prevents us from the hard work? That the hard work is that work where we're like, oh, I just saw another cancellation. This client hasn't referred me anybody. I don't know why, she's keeping it a secret and all of that. So definitely, if you're like, well, how do we fix it? Well, of course, it's multifaceted. It's not like I have a singular bullet that I can put in this Zoom and say, shoot that out of your gun and it'll fix it. It's going to take a progressive series of things: soft skills, mindset, posturing. And this is what we're committed to. We're committed to doing it together on Monday nights and saying, what if we could do that together and get better and just move? Like the visual here is yardage. Okay, don't worry that you can't do a Hail Mary right now and fix it all. But wonder, if you leaned into your mentors, could you get some yardage? I will tell you that this is awfully hard to do without integration calls. So how many integration calls did you have last month? How many are scheduled for this month? Let me appeal to your sense of reason. It's okay that you don't have all the soft skills, guys. Those of us that have just stuck around for a really long time and been willing to fail our face off, we know what doesn't work. We're not better. We just have a lot more miles on the odometer, perhaps. And so we're imputing that into your business by doing that integration call. And so that's where you get to take a breath and go, you know what? I don't have all of that yet. I just started coaching 4 months ago. I love program. I love people. And I know my story, and your story makes you the subject matter expert of being able to do this. If you have a story, you have everything it takes to do this business, but you're going to need the soft skills of your mentors, and that's okay. And it comes with time, and you're going to go, oh, I like how she awakened her to get on those Monday night calls. I had been telling her Monday night calls were important, but I don't know why when my mentor came on and said, would you like to start your Pounds Protection program now? That all of a sudden she giggled and she's willing to get on this call. I've been asking her for 2 weeks. We don't know why that happens either, but it happens. We also don't know why we end up being Catholic priests on the call and they tell us all their confessions about like everything they ate. And you're sitting there going, well, that's funny. I literally just asked her if she had any bites, licks, or tastes, and she's been saying no and having me call nutrition support, when all the while she just told you she had a bite of cheesecake and some pasta. We don't know why this stuff happens, but we know that it works. So we just don't want to reinvent the wheel. So those metrics that we're looking at is, how strong are your referrals? How many integration calls are you able to schedule with each client and really aim for that? And we're going to give you guys strategies. We're actually going to give you guys verbiage. We're going to come up with like struggle call outlines. And this will be something we continue to unpack and give you and make sure that you feel equipped in this area to build a referral-based business that has raving fans that are placing full orders. And oh yes, you'll have detractors that place short orders, they push out, they don't refer, and they whine about the aftertaste of the lemon bar. We'll always have those. Nothing's wrong with you if you have those, but can we make those the exception and really build a very strong business? So a couple of things that we want to do is make sure that we're offering bold client support. That's going to be one of the things. Our team, we just did like a little power hour to play with this the other day, and it was really cool. And we don't have it all ironed out yet, but we just wanted to kick the tires on it and say, what is bold client support? And what are the soft skills that go into that? So we're going to continue to look at those things. but mainly it looks like coaching out of the systems and making sure that you awaken the client to experience the community, and that when you're talking to them, you're not talking at them, you're asking them, what is their Disneyland? What do they want to create this week? You know, one of my favorite questions to ask on a check-in is, in service to your why, Dawn, what would you like to create with me this week? How can we get some yardage this week? What are you willing to do this week that's uncomfortable, and I can be that loving accountability while you do it? Let's identify some of those things. Are you willing to experience our community? I would love your feedback. I would love to see what you think about the community call. You're a very smart person, and I would love your feedback. Are you willing to give me that this Monday? So it's all about yardage, and also on the health assessment, setting the expectation that this is going to take them a while. We buy our program in 30-day increments, but it takes a year to change behaviors and to have a healthy lifestyle. So we're going to continue to pour in. The other thing I would ask you guys is, in your client support page, could you add some more value? That's like stepping on the scale. Okay, don't take your inner mean girl or inner mean guy out. Don't judge yourself when you're answering these questions. Just say, you know what? Yeah, I'm not so awesome at welcoming people or telling them what my favorite recipe is. Or you know what? I don't ever talk about mindset in there. I always talk about food. So the client's making it about food because you're making it about food, right? This is something we learned. And as we started talking about mindset, and oh my gosh, did you guys hear that? And people would go, what are you guys talking about? So what I'm asking you is, are you creating FOMO in your client support pages, where people are like, what is this? Did you get chased by the bear or create your Disneyland? Like, what are you guys all talking about? Oh, we're all on the Monday night call. Are you not on the Monday night call? Oh man, you'll love it, right? It's not a shaming thing. It's like, come with us. So I want to give you just a quick, we're going to build on this. Tonight was really to awaken you guys. You're independent business owners. You don't have to do anything. You don't. But we're asking if you're willing to help us to create a better system so that we can do this together, and as a winning team, become unstoppable together and go, oh my gosh, that team, they are like referral monsters. They have raving fans. They have full orders. And here's how you know, look in your back office. How many premieres? Should be 100%. Should be, right? If it's not, don't judge, but work on it. If you are noticing your average sale is shrinking every month back there because it tells you your average premiere, let's work on it. You know, I think we've told you guys, we like to show people the back office. It takes us 2 minutes. I'm sorry, the ordering site, because we want them to order more things like infusers and all of that, because we figure, hey, less clients, let's increase the average order, right? So these are just things that you could be paying attention to with your mentor. I want to share my screen and give you guys a what if. Okay, so we're going to roll through this quick. But I'm a new coach, and I'm leaning hard into my mentors. I'm playing a mean game of follow the leader. Okay. I have 5 clients in my first month because I know 600 people by first name. So all I'm doing are practice calls, getting the word out, having my friends and family share my before and afters, and I'm just all in on my strong start. So this usually is what happens if that happens, right? So we see this is our first month. That's kind of minimum, but that's where we'll start. And then if we drop strong anchors, we really integrate them well. This is not telling people what to do, by the way. Like I told my clients to read. Don't tell them, awaken them. Ask them what their greatest hesitation is, or if they're willing to read a paragraph a day, right? It's not about, I told them what to do. This is a soft skill in and of itself. Help them to experience our community. If they don't experience the community as a client, spoiler alert, how will they accept it as a coach? Like we just go deeper into community. Okay. So these are things we want to work on together and get strong postures around that. We know that there's 1 coach in this batch of 5 clients, and the other 4 will refer if we set this as the expectation and teach them how to do this well and have good, strong referral programs. So now look at this, the 5 on their 1 week call, or whenever your mentors are there team coaching with you, we're going to get some referrals and we're going to have them in Chasing Better and identify that first coach. The other 4 are going to be taught how to refer well. We now have 9 clients in our first month. If they refer just one person, these 4 just refer for one person, that takes us to 9. The next month's order, this is what's missing right now, guys. We got to see the lift. We got to go from 357 to 420 to 430. When we see this lift, we're growing organically and repeatably. Now we're getting a compound effect, some momentum. And now those 9 clients and 1 coach bring us to 3780 in our first month. The next month we go to senior coach again, and we add 5 clients minimum, and we identify our second coach. Guys, we're at ED in 3 months tops with Elevate and everything. So this is where we're just saying, you know what, this is an amazing team. I know that we can do it together. Michelle knows we can do it. All of you, I know, believe in your heart we can do it. We just need some more focus, soft skills, and mindsets that are going to allow this type of work to really settle in. And imagine how much fun you'd be having if we could control the attrition by just 10%. And then maybe we'll go to 20% and set bigger goals, just like we do in our health or whatever. We're always growing, right? We're never stagnant. So drop a 1 in the chat if you're in and you're like, I want me some of that. Because I definitely want me some of that. I am looking at, like, just look at the front lines, you know, of some of your team and you guys at $10,000 just to close $10,000 front line. You look at 10%, right? That's $1,000, or that's $1,000 at 31%. So you're starting to see like what this could mean for your teams. If we could control it collectively and look at your group volume and start playing around with that. I'm excited to help create this with our leaders and with all of you.
I should probably mute myself, but man, was that not good, you guys? I mean, Rachel, thank you, because you like pour so much into all of us. I mean, I've been doing this for 5 years and I still learn something new every day. And I've learned so much from Rachel. And it shows, right? Because look at her front line every single month, constantly in that #1 spot. And it honestly does not dip in that because of all the support that she shows her clients. And so honestly, I hope that you all took so much wisdom from that. And like she said, you guys, we can all just get better together. And that is the goal, is we all want to be better together moving forward. And especially as we get into these incredible months in the holiday season, and what we know is possible with each one of your businesses and your lives. Because we know through what we've experienced, what this can do for you in your life. And so I hope that you guys got a lot of wisdom from that. So I'm excited. So I'm going to stop the recording on this and I'm going to restart a recording for the rank up call, because do not go anywhere. That is next. And if you didn't see your team on this last half hour, definitely I'm going to get the recording out for you guys to send them. So let me stop this and we'll go ahead and get started with the rank up call.